We have a bunch of stuff to go through here in today's video. We're going to be talking about the upcoming Black Ops Cold War Year 2 DLC update. This update should be releasing very, very soon. We should be getting some marketing roadmaps, gameplay trailer any day now. So we'll go through all of that stuff. There are some new DLC weapons for Cold War. The weapon unlock challenges have been revealed. We're going to go through the schedule for the rest of the Year 2 updates we may see for this game throughout 2022. Even during all of the Vanguard stuff, even during the MW2 reveal season, we could still see a lot of Cold War updates, which is super exciting. We'll go through all of that in today's video. If you guys are new and would like to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, and be sure to drop a like on the video as well. Now, first up, quick reminder, a couple of days ago I uploaded a video going through and looking at some early Cold War Year 2 gameplay of the Black Ops 1 map, WMD, remade in Cold War. It's not out yet, but we went through some early gameplay. We looked at it, so I'll leave links to that video down below if you want to check that out. A really cool video. I definitely recommend watching that. But for this video here, let's start off with the weapon challenges. Here are two of the new weapons we will be seeing in this next upcoming Cold War update. It's actually three weapons, one SMG, one AR, and one melee weapon. So the first one here, an unnamed SMG, this is the Flayshot SMG that we were talking about. That's not the official name. We'll probably get more info about its actual name very soon when this update is revealed, but the challenge is kill detected enemies. For the new AR, the Vargo 52, we have deal 1000 AR damage. For the Scythe melee weapon for multiplayer, we have get kills while using Ninja or Dead Silence, those two perks. And then for the Scythe Zombies challenge, we have get 200 kills during insta-kill. So pretty easy challenges there overall. If we look back at a bunch of the DLC weapon challenges from Cold War in its first DLC season, most of them were pretty solid. Usually it was very easy to get a weapon unlocked in Zombies than it was in multiplayer for Cold War. But I feel like as we got later on in the Cold War season last year, towards season 5 and 6, the challenges got progressively more difficult. I don't know if I just got worse at Zombies or something and I just started sucking, but it seems like it was super difficult. And now we're back to really easy challenges in my opinion. So let me know down below, am I bugging here, or are these challenges like insanely easy? Some of the easiest challenges we've seen, especially that Zombies one. Now, we don't have the Zombies challenge for the new SMG and the new AR. Maybe those will be a lot more difficult and more in line with what I remember. But again, we'll see very soon. Let me know your opinions on that down below. I would rather them just be a bit easier. Not too easy, but just relatively easy to actually get and obtain. So that's that. And of course, it's very likely we will be seeing more DLC weapons added to this game throughout a Year 2 season. This is just the first round of weapons. A new AR, a new SMG, and a new melee weapon. A pretty typical Cold War weapon update. And a lot of you guys were saying and commenting on my recent video where we first talked about this, they don't really show love to other weapon classes. And it's not just Treyarch, it's all of the Call of Duty developers. They just don't add new weapons to the sniper class, the marksman rifle class, pistol class as often as they do with ARs and SMGs. And it definitely does suck if you want to use different weapons, if you're mainly a sniper and you're never seeing any new snipers, but they just have to cater to the large audience. Most people are just using ARs and SMGs, so it just makes the most sense to add more ARs and SMGs for a majority of the player base using those weapons. But that being said, let me know down below if you want them to bring us more weapons outside of the AR and SMG category for Cold War Year 2. What other weapons could we see? Now, of course, leave your comments down below in general, what ARs you want to see return, what SMGs return, but also try to even things out and give me a sniper you want to return from an old Treyarch Call of Duty. Give me a pistol you want to return, maybe a rocket launcher. Let me know down below if you want to see those different types of weapons as well on top of the SMGs and ARs, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get more SMGs and ARs in this Year 2 season for Cold War, but maybe they will mix things up. Let me know down below. Now, I know I talk a lot about new maps coming to multiplayer, coming to Zombies, round-based content, all of that good stuff, and we will continue to talk about that because it's super exciting. It's content I want to see, but I actually don't really talk about specific Zombies weapons we could see return in a Year 2 season. Of course, these weapons will also be available in Zombies as well, but I'm talking about specific Zombies weapons, wonder weapons, and stuff we just only saw from past Treyarch Zombies maps. Now, I saw this comment on my recent video. I gotta add this here because it's a super good idea. I wanted to see this last year, honestly, but, during a Year 2 season, it would be still cool to see as well. This guy says, I would love the re-edition of the Ray Gun Mark II in Cold War. So, a great idea. The Ray Gun Mark II was one of my favorite wonder weapons of all time. first introduced into zombies back in the Buried Map Pack DLC 3 of Black Ops 2, all the way back in July of 2013. It's been a long time. It was definitely a wonder weapon I would have loved to seen in the Cold War DLC season, whether it was like the ray gun available in pretty much most of the maps, or it was like the Cerberus only available in Toten. It would have been cool to see regardless. And you know, the dynamic with the ray gun probably would have been kind of interesting as well, and maybe it would have made the Mark II actually less powerful and make it a less enjoyable experience. So as you guys know, the ray gun was pretty dominant. It was definitely the most powerful wonder weapon in the entire game across all of the maps in my eyes, especially when the game first came out. In the first couple of days, the ray gun was so insanely powerful, a stark difference from the ray gun back in BO3, BO4, even BO2, where the ray gun was just okay, and more of the other wonder weapons, you know, outshined that ray gun. But if they had the Mark II alongside of the Cold War ray gun as well, could the Mark II have been as powerful as the ray gun? I really don't think so. I don't think Treyarch would have allowed any other weapon to be even more powerful than the ray gun already was. So the other options are to have the Mark II at the same power level as the ray gun. That could have happened, that would have worked out well, or to have the Mark II a bit less powerful. But in my eyes, the Mark II is such a goated powerful weapon that having the Mark II as not the main choice, as it was for me in past Treyarch Call of Duties, would have been weird to see. So I guess it made sense as to why they didn't have it in the game. But now we're in a year 2 season. As I've said before, why not just add powerful weapons? I said before, add double tap even if it's overpowered. Why not? We're in a year 2 season. It doesn't really matter that much anymore. Let's just try to have fun, and let's just add a bunch of fun content to play. So having the Mark II now as the new most powerful weapon in a year 2 Cold War zombie season would be so sick to see. It's just going to bring more players together. It'll make more players and people go for high rounds. And even if it's a bit overpowered, who really cares, honestly? It's a super fun thing to have, and I think it would be so sick. So again, I would love to see the Mark II. That would probably be one of my top wonder weapons to see in a Cold War Year 2 season. If they do add that, it's very unlikely. I mean, we don't know for sure. It's definitely possible, but you know, hopefully that does happen. And let me know down below any other zombies specific weapons you would want to see added in a Year 2 season. Of course, if we do get those Zombie Chronicles 2 maps, Transit, Die-Res, and Buried, it would make sense that we do have the jet gun, the Sliquifier, and the Paralyzer return. So maybe outside of those weapons would obviously return in my eyes if we do get those maps. But if you guys want to see the Wonder Off, let me know. Just give me all of your ideas down below for weapons. I'll be sure to make a future video going through specifically weapons for MP and of course zombies as well we could see in this Year 2 season. Now again, for this update coming very soon, as I said in my recent video, we talked about the Cold War Year 2 update being officially added to the PlayStation database. That always means the update is coming very shortly after. So any day now, we should get some type of reveal, marketing, or maybe all of a sudden Treyarch will tweet out new content live in Cold War. Of course, we know this is Year 2 content. We know this was a Year 2 update download because WMD was playable in this update. We also have new weapons available as well. They're not officially out yet, but some people were able to play the content early. So that's how we know for sure this is the Year 2 update. So again, any day now, guys, stay tuned. We should be getting some information and some stuff dropped for Cold War. Super exciting here. And again, this shouldn't be the only Year 2 update we see for this game. I guess it depends on the success of this upcoming update, but chances are it'll perform pretty well and Treyarch will bring us more updates. But here's the hierarchy as to what we're going to see for content in this game during this extra season. We have number 1, of course, stored bundles, new operator packs. That's going to happen regardless of the success, honestly. They know people still play Cold War, so even if we don't get any more maps and stuff and zombies content, they're going to give us operators, which will still be cool. We're going to get some new Cold War zombie operators and maybe some cool ones as well we haven't seen before from past Treyarch games, but other than that, we want to see more actual DLC. So number 2, in my eyes in the hierarchy, is new weapons slash, game modes and stuff like that. So still not playable maps, but, definitely still interesting content. I would love to see new weapons as well in this game, whether it's just the DLC weapons. Of course, we got that confirmation already. Or not confirmation, but we're getting these DLC weapons, whether it's the Wonder Weapons as well. That's cool to see. Game modes, LTMs, Grief being added to Cold War Zombies would be sick. Even if we don't get any new zombies maps, just having Grief back on Die Maschine, Martyr Toten would be so fire. Outbreak, especially Grief on Outbreak, I've said in so many videos for over a year now, would be amazing. So that's second on the hierarchy. And down below, number 3 are the new maps for MP, zombies as well. I still think it's possible. Of course, we know we're getting 2 new MP maps, but it's just less likely. And, you know, of course, it makes sense. Treyarch has to put more effort into making new maps for this game. And of course, down below at the bottom of the hierarchy, it's still very possible, but the Zombies Chronicles 2 maps, of course, the extra round-based zombies remix for this game, it's possible. There's a good chance it happens, but we just have to be honest with ourselves and say it's at the bottom of the hierarchy, it just meaning that it's less likely to happen. Still is possible, but just less likely to happen. So now that we have that hierarchy, we know what we're looking at here. And as we get more Cold War Year 2 updates, don't be surprised if we get, let's say, an update every month. This month we have some MP maps. Next month it's just some operator bundles and some weapons. The month after we go back to operator bundles, weapons, and some more maps. We take a month off again, we just get an operator pack or 2, and then another month off, and then we go back to maps. So I'm just saying these maps will be spread out, so we may get multiple Year 2 updates. Every Year 2 update we get will guaranteed probably have a new store bundle, operator pack, maybe every so often some weapons, and then between longer periods of time, every couple of months, we'll see new MP maps and potentially new zombies maps as well. So of course I would love to see, you know, a new zombies map, a new MP map every month, every time there's a new Cold War update. It's just not possible. It's not that likely. Could it happen? Maybe. We'll see very soon. But Treyarch, they're still making their COD 2023 game. They're still working on ranked play for Vanguard Zombie, so they can't really give us too much extra content, and maps take the most effort, of course. But if they give us anything, even if it's every couple of months, it's not as often as the operator store bundles. I'm still down to see any type of content in the form of maps, weapons, game modes, all of the good stuff. So again, we'll be making more videos going through different ideas we have, expectations for what we're going to see for Cold War Year 2 stuff. Leave your ideas, your opinions on this down below. And that's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. There are 2 videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Real do appreciate it, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.